Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant Saturday to you. Couldn't resist that. There is a picture that they just showed a moment ago, and it shows Jackie Robinson and Vin Scully poised to race on ice skates. And it was the end of my first year, and the Dodgers had asked me to go to Grossinger's, a well-known resort hotel in the Catskill Mountains in New York. And being a kid, having grown up with the snow and the ice in New York, I had a great pair of skates. I was a pretty good skater. Jackie and Rachel arrived at almost the same time. And Jackie looked at me and he said, "Oh, you're going to go skating?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I'll go with you." I said, "Great." And then Rachel said, "Well, I'll go too." Rachel was 7 months pregnant. We tried to talk her out of it, but just like Jackie, her mind was set. She was going to go ice skating. So Jackie and I go into the dressing room. We're putting on the skates, my big long racer blades, really hot dog stuff back then. And as we're lacing things up, Jack said, "When we get out there, I'll race you." I said, "Wow, Jack." I said, "You're from Southern California. I know you're a great athlete, but I didn't know you ice skated." And he said, "I've never been on skates in my life." I said, "Well, wait a minute." I said, "I'm not a great skater, but I can certainly beat someone who's never been on skates in his life." And Jackie got very serious and said, "Yes, but that's how I'll learn." The competitive spirit would drive him to learn. Meanwhile, talking about competitive spirit, my heart was in my mouth, not because of Jackie, but I look out on the ice, and here she comes, Rachel, 7 or 8 months pregnant, and the whole place is terrified except her. She is absolutely having a wonderful time. And unless my chronology is wrong, that small baby in her tummy at the time was Sharon, who was born in 1950. Now I have one other story. I've told this story before, but come to think of it, I've told every story before. But I'd like to hear it again, if you don't mind. Jackie Robinson. It was back about 1950, maybe 51, not more than that. And Jackie, who had received other threatening letters, apparently received one that was deadly serious and impressed the authorities. We were in Cincinnati for a weekend series to play at Crosley Field. The letter intimated the deed would be done on Sunday. Sunday morning, when the team was in the bus going to the dressing room, it was pretty quiet. And in the dressing room, it was very quiet. This was the most serious pre-game atmosphere probably in the game. Everyone was worried. And it was very quiet. And the Dodgers had a young left fielder by the name of Gene Hermansky. And Gene was colorful, bright, blonde, white, and full of you-know-what. And with this quiet atmosphere in the clubhouse, Gene suddenly said, "I've got it." And everybody looked and they said, "What?" He said, "We'll all wear number 42 and they'll never know which one is Jackie Robinson." Now that seemed funny at the day. In 1997, Jackie's number was retired. And in 2004, Gene Hermansky's words from 1950 came to fruition. We'll all wear number 42. So tonight, when the Dodgers in Arizona line up on the foul lines, they'll be wearing 42. And all across the country, in every major league ballpark, every player will be wearing 42. And what does the 42 mean? It doesn't mean that they're all equal, not in the respect some are taller than others, some are heavier than others, some are left-handed, some are right-handed. But the one thing they share in carrying number 42 is the fact that the man who wore it gave them the one thing that no one at the time could ever have done. He gave them equality, and he gave them opportunity. Those were the two things that many of those people never had to hold of their hearts when they first began to play. So yes, 42 is a great number. It means a lot for a great man, but it is a tremendous number when you think of the man who wore it with such dignity, with such pride, and with such great discipline. And wasn't it sweet that he had Rachel on his arm? Love you, Rachel. Thank you.